Tyler, how are you doing today?
Testing. Oh, it's really high.
So,
testing.
Castleton today. How do you feel? How do you think the team?
Testing. Why is it so high? Testing. That's
what can you guys learn from that to improve your play to be prepared to play Castleton?
Testing.
So you guys took a rough beating yesterday, losing 2-1 to Curry yesterday. What can you take away from yesterday's loss going into today's game? Also, this is your third year here as a player for MCLA, a soccer player for MCLA. What do you think you bring to the team? That's far for you. What do you think you bring to the team? I really like doing this. I can say I'm gonna interview my face. Yeah. It's so funny, but I'm excited. I really do like working with you. I'm not doing play-by-play exactly yet, but I do say some of the people names. Joseph?
Ornament, I think. PJ Phillips.
I should go get the
Justin Hepburn, I gotta get this guy's name. Lambert, Mitchell Candlett,
yeah, I know everyone.
Edgar Azarola, Oscar Castro, Lucas Prickett, Tyler Russell, Anthony Bonaccio.
What's mute?
You muted the microphone.
Wait, when was?
There's a mute button on there too.
Oh, so keep it off. Oh, my fault. Testing, testing. Hi, my name is Raheem Samuel, and I'm alongside with Mitchell Cantley. How are you doing today, Mitch?
Very well. How are you?
So yesterday, you guys took a 2-1 beating against Curry. So what can you guys do to learn from your mistake and going in against Castleton today?
Yesterday, I didn't think we played that bad. They had a better second half than us. We played better first, but I say we have to play better defense, play defense as a team, and then opportunities are going to come.
What can you do as a player to help your team win? Like, what is your role on the team?
My role as a defender is I got to keep the outside mid. I got to tell them to press and whatnot. So the back line and the goalkeeper, we got to lead the team, lead the whole front line to play defense, and then we're good to go.
Thank you, Mitch Cantley. I'm sending it back to Kaylee Anderson. Thank you.
And thank you, Arkeem. Like Arkeem said, we are here at Shewcraft Field where MCLA is facing off against Castleton. MCLA currently has a record of 2-1, and Castleton is coming in with a record of 0-2 after their game was postponed yesterday. We are about to see the starting lineups and hear the national anthem.
Mike's on one, right?
Welcome to MCLA, the CIAO Classic, and the Shewcraft Field. This afternoon, MCLA Trailblazers play host to Castleton State in their fourth game of the season. The Trailblazers have a record of 2-1. Castleton State has a record of 0-2. Now for the introduction of our starting lineup. For Castleton State, number 3, Stephen Koneman. Number 4, PJ Phillips. Number 5, Captain Damian Young.
They were yellow yesterday, right?
Spencer Danduran. Number 8, Alex McCormick. Number 11, Captain Bryce Taylor. Number 14, Jake Teagan. Number 16, Eric Cross. Number 23, Justin Hepburn. Number 24, Von Dam. And in goal, number 0, Dan Palfer. For MCLA, number 4, William Luke. Number 5, Mitchell Candelet. Number 7, Edgar Azamoa. Number 9, Oscar Castro. Number 11, Lucas Prickett. Number 14, Tyler Russell. Number 20, Anthony Venancio. Number 23, Ryan Baker. Number 28, Dylan Pereira. Number 40, Christopher Shea. And in goal, number 33, Matthew Robinson. MCLA is led by head coach Adam Hiltbrand and assisted by Casey Baker. Additional volunteer coaches include Scott Votto and Crippen Levance. Castleton State is under the direction of John O'Connor and assisted by Trevor Chapman and Michael Tank. The officials for the game are Art Ham, Bud Baumslugger, and Jason Dyson. We ask that you please rise and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
Bright sun through the
And it is a beautiful day for soccer out here at Shewcraft Field, wouldn't you say, Keem?
I would say so myself.
And I think we're seeing the same starting lineups as yesterday with a few changes. Will Luke starting.
I think Coach did a little tweak into the starting lineup, but hopefully I think he's comfortable with these starters, so that's what he's starting today.
If you're just joining us, you are watching the CIAO Classic. MCLA is facing off against Castleton. MCLA coming in with a record of 2-1. Castleton with a record of 0-2. A little bit of a rocky start there.
But hopefully they look to bounce back in these next two of this game right here against MCLA, and hopefully this will be a great game. Sorry about that.
What's canceled?
I'm talking about yesterday's game. So Union and
yes, unfortunately Castleton did not get to play their game yesterday. We had some thunderstorms here, but today looks great.
Looks beautiful out today. You can see clear sky, nothing cloudy.
Arkeem and I are going to be broadcasting this game as well as the women's game later on at 4:30, so definitely
stay
tuned into that one as well.
Let's have a great game, guys. So what do you expect from today's game, Kaylee?
I mean, I definitely think that the boys yesterday made some really clean passes. I think if they can continue to utilize the space on the field, they have a good chance of winning. I'm interested to see Tyler Russell, see if he can keep that kick up yesterday. He got that really great long goal, but also yesterday, I mean, 40 seconds into the game, we already saw a goal-scoring opportunity, so maybe something like that again.
With my early on today, I had my interview with Mitchell Candlett, and he said he pointed out some things that defense was the most important thing from learning from yesterday's loss, and he said he wanted to help the team bring more defense and intensify it so that when they're bringing the ball down, they can just keep being aggressive and keep the ball in control, so they can just bring the ball up to their field.
Yeah, Matt Robinson also having a great game yesterday. I think he got about 4 or 5 saves.
Yeah, he had about, I think, correction, I think he had about like 5 or 6, but I could be wrong. But the game is on the way, though.
Castleton getting the ball early on.
A lot of kicking around. The ball's going out of bounds early on in this play.
And Castleton to take the throw in. That is Dave. Oh, sorry, that's the Curry one. Do we have the Castleton one?
Yes. Castleton right.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Castleton with possession of the ball. Phillips passing it over to Young. Young with the nice footwork, keeping possession of the ball. Passes it back to number 15, Shambu, who sends it right up the field. And Matt Robinson to collect.
Castleton is looking to bring the ball up immediately right now. Then he's past 2 minutes of play early on.
Ryan Baker trying to maintain possession of the ball. Finds Candelet. Candelet tries to send it up the right side to Asamoah, I believe. Another new addition to the starting lineup.
Oh,
we did not see him starting yesterday. Castleton sending it out to Chavez or Ramos. A lot of rosters up here.
There's a lot of passing the ball around right now. Oh. It looks like Will is looking to score, and he missed it a little to the left, a little to the left, but he almost had it. Great shot, Will. Great shot.
And Castleton's Dan Palker in the net. Phillips finds Kaler, back to Phillips, and goes out of bounds. This will be MCLA's ball. Candelet's take the throw in. Candelet sending it in there to Prickett. Fortunately, Prickett, a little bit of a
missing
bad pass.
Miscommunication right there between Mitchell and Lucas, but
Tyler Russell with a throw in. Looking to find Pereira there. Unfortunately, Castleton got a hold of that one. Asamoah back to Prickett. Prickett taking his time here. Crossing the field there, trying to find Pereira. And nice job there by Castleton.
Yeah. Right now, it's like a back and forth game right now to start the game. Each team's looking.
Definitely a lot different than the start that we saw yesterday.
Definitely. I would have to agree. Both teams are getting the ball on both sides. But both teams are playing good defense against each other.
Phillips passing it back to Cross, back to Phillips. Cross with a nice send up there. But we have Baker just sending that one back.
We've seen a lot of that from Baker yesterday. A lot of headbutts from Baker.
I definitely think at least so far, we've only been in the game for 5 minutes, but there is a lot more dribbling the ball up the field than the long passes. And I think that the long passes yesterday really helped utilize the space, and I think that's why MCLA had so many opportunities early on.
Hopefully, they can bring the ball up and score this time.
And Asamoah just getting the ball out of there here.
Oscar with some good dribbling.
I'm also interested to see Eddie Boateng, if he's all right. We saw him limping off the field yesterday. Not sure if he's going to make an appearance in today's game.
Oh, yeah. Also, Anthony Bazell is not in the game today. He's not playing today due to an injury that occurred yesterday.
Oh, he was a key player yesterday.
Yeah. But hopefully the injury is not too bad. He should be back on the field soon.
Prickett with a nice pass there. Gets headed out by Castleton. Adacio taking the ball down, sending it up there to Danderant. But nice defense by MCLA's new freshman. And Asamoah sending it out.
You hear the coaches on Castleton sign telling his players to get into a rhythm, so that his players can get across the field. I feel like that these two coaches coming in the game are good coaches and they have a good knowledge of what they're doing. So
yeah, Castleton too not getting the opportunity to play yesterday to kind of prepare themselves for this game, coming in, not playing yet in the CIAO Classic.
Yeah.
MCLA, maybe that is a little bit of an advantage. Also, could it be a disadvantage because two of their players got injured?
Two of the not most valuable players, but two good players on the team. Because every person on that team is very valuable to the team.
And Russell sending the ball to Prickett.
I feel as though MCLA just needs to calm down a little and just take control of the game and not let the emotions get some. See a little frustration amongst the players right now, but it's still early in the game.
I mean, at least it is not as hot as yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday was a humid one. Castleton looking for the cross. Candelet just getting right in the way there.
And that's what he spoke about. He said defense, defense, defense. And that was a prime example. He just showed up and kicked it out of bounds.
Castleton's Kaler to take this corner kick. Now, we saw a goal yesterday off of a corner kick.
MCLA setting up for it. Great save, great save by Matthew Robinson.
Nice header there, though, by Castleton as well.
But that's one thing you love about Matt Robinson. He's willing to work hard to put himself out there for the greater good of the team.
Prickett finding Pereira. Pereira sending it back to freshman Chris Shea. Young with the ball. Young taking his time. Looked to be making a pass, but MCLA got in the way there.
Yep.
Ball finds the feet of Dylan Pereira. Castleton with the header. Kaler finds number 24, Van Dame, who is also a freshman for Castleton. We're seeing a lot of freshmen out here on the field today.
A lot of freshmen play right now. Both coaches feel very confident in inserting their freshmen right now, so they look to bring something to the table. Table, a.k.a. field. The score is still 0-0 early on, MCLA versus Castleton.
36 minutes left in the first half. Still a lot of time to play here. It's still anybody's game.
See, like I said earlier, MCLA just needs to settle down and just communicate and not get frustrated with the passes that they're doing.
Crochet with the header. Oscar Castro just really applying the pressure here, not letting
Still sticking
Castleton
with his
take
man.
anything easy. And Robinson to collect. Robinson, coming into this season, first 2 games, shutouts. Fortunately, let 1 goal slip in yesterday, but that's not stopping him.
No, it's not. I hope he's just a great player to have on your team, as defending for you and protecting the net for you guys. And I really think he's a key player for the team going on into the season later on.
Castleton with the long pass here, switching fields, creating some space. Philip Phillips with the ball.
Castleton has time on their hands, they're surveying the field.
Cross back to Phillips. Candelet trying to find the feet of Shea. Asamoah to keep the ball in. Will it go out? And it does.
It does.
Nice switch of fields there. Unfortunately, nobody really over there.
We're over there. I feel as though both teams, the intensity right now, it's a little low right now. Just passing the ball around, just getting the feel of the game right now. So, but hopefully later on, the intensity, the energy will start collecting, and we'll be more on the way.
I definitely think the first goal is the most important goal of the game because that really builds the momentum.
And it defines what's happening, what's going to happen next. And it can make or break the opponent.
And Will Luke getting the ball. The Castleton keeps pushing through here. Candelet getting right in the way. Van Dame passing the ball to Phillips. Phillips looking to take the shot. Nope, gets in the header.
Another save by Matt Robinson.
And MCLA getting ready to send in Kuzi. We saw him start yesterday.
Yeah, I think he's a great addition to the team. I think he brings a lot to the team with his defense, also with his offensive play too. He handles the ball really well. He sees the floor. He sees the field, and he sees his teammate. He looks to pass every single time he brings the ball up the field.
Pereira taking his time, crossing it on the outside. Fortunately, goes out of bounds. And we're seeing a lot more fans starting to enter. That's always a nice thing for the Trailblazers.
Always nice to see a good fan base coming out to support your school's team. But yeah, bright skies for today's weather.
Yeah, it is very nice, very breezy out.
Kusi checks in for Edgar.
And the ball is headed right out of the box there by Koneman. He looks to go at it again. Candelet with the shot from the outside.
And it's a little to the right.
A little too far to the right.
A little too far to the right, but a little bit closer could have gone in. But those are good. MCLA early on are trying to get some good shots right now to put themselves in a good position so they can get good shots right now. And I think that was a good shot that Mitch took.
Nice header by Castleton's Koneman. That's about, I think, the third header we've seen in a minute from him.
Castleton's looking to.
McCormick finds Phillip on the outside.
They're looking to spread the floor with their pass.
Baker just really sending that one up. Baker, a very powerful addition to MCLA's defense, as we did not see
we got a ball coming our way. Went over. Wow.
I didn't even see that one.
Yep. That was a strong ball, almost headed our way, but luckily it didn't. But I think, talking about Baker, I think it's a good addition with him and Tyler Russell together. Two big men, two guys that knows their role, knows that what their position, and know what they need to do.
Kuzi trying to do a cross here. Castleton's defense just gets right in the way. Ball goes back out to Luke. He passes it back to Russell. Russell seems to miss it, though. Nice pressure there by Luke. We didn't see him start yesterday, but I think he's doing a great job. Oh, and the breakaway here. And that was Castleton's number 11, Bryce Kaler.
With the
he
goal.
Is a senior from Burnt Hills, New York, and he will get the first goal of today's game. And like I said, first goal, in my opinion, most important goal.
It's the most defining goal of the game. It's always that momentum. It amps the team up once you score that first goal. But what will MCLA do to bounce back to what will they do?
So if you're just joining us, currently the score is 1-0 Castleton. 30 minutes left in the first half. Ball finds Kuzi. MCLA really battling back here. Cricket with the pressure. This is Luke.
Oscar applying some good defense against Castleton.
I thought that one was going to be out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it did.
That's that one where if you want it from Steve, you can get it and get it over to this side of the field.
And speaking like yesterday, coach, the MCLA team has a lot of players on the team, so you wonder who are the pieces that's going to be brought together to help mend this team and help shape this team going on to later on into the season and hopefully going on to the playoffs.
Yeah, and we're seeing Nolan Burke warming up. Now, we saw him start yesterday.
Yeah.
And Pereira looks to have a breakaway.
Yeah.
A great defense there by Castleton. Kaler just really not letting him have it.
And we're getting an early substitution.
And Sakan coming in. We saw him enter the game late yesterday. Coming in for Russell.
I feel as though MCLA is a little uneasy with that goal that just got scored on them, and I feel as though they're a little shooken up, but I believe that they're going to bounce back and score a goal soon.
Castleton just really utilizing the field. I think they're making a little bit more smart passes.
They're opening up the field for players so they can get better. They get in better position to set up each player up for a good goal for them. And that's what's happening right now, and that's why they have that 1-0 lead over MCLA right now. They're pushing the ball. They're spacing the floor so each other can get a better position to hit a good goal.
And now Castleton with the corner. Castleton's Bryce Kaler to take it.
Oh, goes over the top of the net. Soccer is really a mentally tough sport. It can weigh a lot on you. Seeing the players react to certain things and stuff across the field and stuff like that. You get to see a lot of emotions from one player to another player, and it's a tough game to watch because like you never know what's going to happen. It's not like basketball. It's not like football. You can score easily. Soccer is just a straightaway sport where you got to take your chances.
Yeah, I mean, as the team manager last year, I'm sure you really got to know the ins and outs of the players and the team here.
Yeah, you begin to see like it's more than just a game. Like it's life. Like because like me personally, I watch basketball most of the time, but being a soccer team manager last season, I learned a lot. Like I learned like it doesn't matter if a team's good or nice. Like you never know what can happen on any given day. So like one person can come out of nowhere and just score a goal on you in the first second of the game, and it just that one goal could have defined the game. Because like yesterday, if MCLA had scored that penalty kick, if we had scored in that penalty kick, that could have shaped the whole game, and it could have been a tie game, and it could have went to overtime yesterday. But we never know what can happen though. So.
Kaler with the send in here. Castleton,
a little overhead, but
trying to get the headers.
We've been seeing a lot of headers the last two games.
And Luke with a throw in for MCLA. Luke looking for Shea. Castleton gets a hold of the ball.
And I honestly, that's what I love what Castleton is doing. Like, they really are spacing the floor. Like, they stop surveying the field before they pass the ball, and like they just open up a good spacing for them.
Phillips with the pass. Kuzi getting in the way, keeping the ball inbounds here.
No, I'm saying it needs to just. Not a good play. Not a good play.
I definitely think, too, yesterday when we saw Anthony Basil coming in, starting, he really had the footwork. Kind of led the team at the beginning.
Yeah, right now.
I think we're missing his presence on the field.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a standstill. We're looking for that dribbler, looking for that person that can handle the ball, that can set people up and assist people. And hopefully Will Luke is doing a fabulous job of trying to do that right now with his team. He's surveying the field when he gets the ball. I think the whole team needs to just buckle down and start serving the field and looking for each other and communicating with each other. Because it's a family. Like I said yesterday, it's a family. It's a family team. We got to work together to achieve one goal, and that's to win a championship and make the playoffs soon.
Phillips with a nice cross there, but Baker just sending it out. And it looks like he might have hurt himself along the way. Hopefully we can see him get back up.
It's always good to see a player get back up after taking a nasty fall. We don't, like you said, safety comes first. We want our players to be able to be safe and play.
Ball goes off of Kuzi. Phillips to throw it in.
No.
Nice attempted shot there by Young, but we got Robinson.
Great save, great save. Sometimes you wonder how these people even score on Matt Robinson. He's such a great goalie. Right now, MCLA is losing 1-0 with 23 minutes and 54 seconds left of the game. Not a half. Sorry about that.
And we're seeing some nice pressure here by MCLA. But Castleton just really making the long passes, making them work for it.
Every time Castleton looks to pass the ball, there's always a player in there to grab it and to, like right here. Look, this is what I mean right here. There's always another player to come back.
Nice attempted shot there by number 11, Bryce Kaler. Matt Robinson with the save.
You wonder after the season what would MCLA do
without Robinson.
Yeah, I think he was a great piece of this 4-year campaign of his college career, and it's going to be sad to see him go.
MCLA getting ready to make 2 substitutions. Jesse Moore and Nolan Burke coming in.
Hopefully, with Jesse inserting in the game, there's going to be more defense and more intensity added onto the game. And Nolan also that playmaker too, because you've seen a lot of him yesterday saving the ball from going out of bounds and getting into the team where getting into his teammates before it went out of bounds. And that's why I think that's a good thing to do for a player like Nolan.
22 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. MCLA trailing by 1. Prickett running back. Will Luke getting a little hold of the ball here. And Prickett with the send up.
Jump. Castleton is just taking it one kick at a time. They're not forcing the issue. They are just making good passes.
Cross finding Koneman on the outside, wide open.
It's like they know where. Oh.
And that was an outside
Ooh.
shot there. A little
Almost
bit of an
went.
overshot there by Tightjins, the junior from Stanford. And Castleton just doing a really good job keeping possession of the ball.
They really are. Like I said, I can't keep saying it enough. Like they really look for each other, and that's probably the best thing you can ever do. Is look for the right man, survey the field, and see which man is open to make the better pass. And that's what they're doing right now, and that's how that'll be in the MCLA right now.
Kuzi with the ball, nice
Look at
footwork
crossover.
here.
Oh, his crossover. That's what I was talking about. His crossover, his handling is very good.
Getting a little windy up here. Ooh. Danderand, a little bit of a fall, expecting a call there.
Looking for a call, but the referee didn't give it to him.
Phillips with the ball. Phillips trying to find McCormick, but Pereira getting right in the way. Ball goes off of Burke.
Kusi's just going at it, playing exceptional defense just to get the ball back, and that's what, like I said, that's what you like to see. And that's what he brings, defense and his offense. Yes, he's a good offensive player, but he can also play defense and get the ball back to his teammates.
Burke with the pass back to Moore.
Trying to hit Dylan Pereira. A little too short, but
Phillips passing the ball, trying to get it to Kaler there.
See, in a position like this, MCLA needs to survey the field and look for open men before passing the ball, because that's what Castleton has been doing to them the whole time, just waiting patiently, and to get the ball to the next open man. MCLA just needs to calm down and not rush the pass and just look for each other.
Yeah, MCLA in a little bit of a bunch on the offense.
I mean, also, you got to take in consideration, too, 2 back-to-back games. That's rough for most athletes to do.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Castleton, maybe coming into this game with an advantage, having their game yesterday postponed in the tournament.
But they came out ready to play. They said they didn't play yesterday, so they're going to use the time they have right now to play.
Shea with the pass to Moore, and Moore taking the ball up the field, looking to get it to Pereira, but a call.
Sean Kenny looking to check in. Next whistle. I think Sean Kenny brings a lot of leadership to the team with his on the field, on and off the field as a player too. Castleton just controlling the ball right now, surveying the field, like they've been doing the whole game. MCLA trying to look for an open man right now. You see a lot of breaking down right now amongst the players now, chit-chatting amongst each other.
The whole game. And Kenny coming in.
John Kenny coming in.
For the freshman, Chris Shea. 17 minutes left in the first half. MCLA still trailing by 1. Looking to make a comeback here. Castleton making the most of the field.
I like how Sean Kenny came into the game. The placement, insertion of Sean Kenny into the game, because I think, like I said earlier, he brings in a lot of leadership. He brings in a lot of confidence and defense also with him. He's another player like Tyler Russell and them that knows their role and know what they need to do as a player to help his team win and help his team get to where they need to be. And I think that's what makes Sean Kenny a great player.
And Phillips to take the kick for Castleton. Phillips finding Koneman on the outside, but Pereira with the nice pressure. Koneman with the cross.
But Matt Robinson grabs it up.
Baker with the pass to Kenny.
Good, John. Keep moving, bud.
Sean Kenny made a good pass. But that's the thing, like MCLA needs to do. They make a couple of good passes here and there, but and at the end of the day, they mess up at the end. But they just need to keep up with the good passing and just work together and talk to and communicate with each other when passing the ball.
Kenny to take the throw in. Looking to find Pereira there, but Castleton just constantly getting in the way of MCLA's
Castleton's not
plan.
letting up right now. And that's what you expect.
They do have the momentum of the goal.
Going into this game, you knew Castleton was coming in ready to play, ready to take command, and this is what they're doing. And they're doing it in a respectable way. They're taking their time. They're not rushing it. They're communicating. They're serving in the field.
McCormick taking his time, looking for the good pass, finds Koneman.
And like you can see right now, like Castleton's just constantly just passing the ball back and forth, back and forth. They're just waiting, constantly waiting, just waiting for that good opportunity to just get an open shot. And I think that's just really making them successful right now. Is they're just taking their time. Yes, it's a lot of time being taken off the clock, but that's what it's a game. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make the right passes and make right shots.
Yeah, they're definitely utilizing the space of the field, making MCLA, run a little bit more.
And now we see the insertion of Patrick Mahoney. You were talking about him yesterday.
We talked about him yesterday. How I was surprised he wasn't playing as much.
But now he's coming in the game early on. So let's see what Coach has in store.
He is coming in for MCA's number 9,
Oscar Castro. And also another freshman coming on to the team this year. I think he brings a lot of good energy, good vibes, good energy to the team. And we always need that person on the team that amps up the team. But you really gotta like the spacing that Castleton is really doing right now. They're just spacing the floor.
They're making the right passes. They're making the crosses.
And they're not rushing it. That's the key thing. They're not. Kenny coming to cut the pass off, but
Cross trying to send it up there to Phillips, but MCLA just booting it out. Castleton's Koneman passing it back there to Kaler. Kaler, I think, is a key player for Castleton from what I've seen so far. He's made a few shots on net.
Mm-hmm. And when you're down 0-2, you're really looking to try to get your first win of the season. And it's always important to get your first win of the season away. Because those are away games are always the toughest games to win.
Yeah, and like Hildebrand said yesterday, MCLA really just looking to host the MASCAC playoff game here on their home field.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible this year? I hope so.
Anything's possible. Like I said, soccer anything can happen in this sport. So, we wish the best of luck to MCLA as they continue their journey to mascot playoff. As they look to bring a playoff game here.
Kenny back to Baker. Baker sending it back up to Kenny. Kenny, I think, looking to set up Pereira.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like that, Sean Kenny right there. Like he could have passed to the ball, but he surveyed the field. He saw that he didn't have a good pass, a good shot to take, so he stopped and waited to pass it back. And that's what you need. You need individual players knowing their role and looking up to. Oh, almost. Good shot by Sean Kenny.
It was a good shot. Good opportunity there. 11:29 left in the first half.
And now Romeo Gray is looking to check in right now.
Yeah, now Romeo Gray and Dylan Pereira, that is a duo that I like to see.
It's like Batman and Robin.
But unfortunately, I think he's coming in for Pereira, so we might have to wait on that one.
What did you hope to see from Romeo Gray today as he comes onto the field?
I mean, he definitely, I think, has the speed for MCLA. He can really
run.
He can get where he needs to be.
And that's soccer is all about running. He's one of those guys he can keep running for as much as he can.
It's just difficult, I think, especially this game, just because Castleton really, like we said, utilizing the space, and they are making MCLA run.
But Romeo Gray, like I said, he doesn't stop. He doesn't let up. He's a warrior. Like I said, much improvement from last year. Much improvement.
Castleton's Dan Duran trying to get a breakaway here. Keeps the ball in, but no.
Couldn't score the goal.
Nice effort there by Castleton.
But you always you gotta love the chemistry too. Right now, 10 minutes left until the halftime. Castleton is leading MCLA 1-0.
And thank you for tuning in with us. You should definitely follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and check out mascac.tv where all these games are archived.
Shout us out on Twitter.
And a shout out to Peter Gentile. Hope you're feeling better.
Speedy recovery, sir. Speedy recovery.
A nice job there by MCLA defense just being there. Phillips with the ball, makes a nice clean pass.
Once again, Castleton still has a lot of time on hand, still serving in the field, still looking for that open man to create that great shot.
Phillips always open on the outside.
And they see what MCLA is trying to do, and they're breaking them down right now. They're spreading the floor so that MCLA has a harder time getting back on defense so that they can create better shots for themselves.
Romeo Gray applying the pressure here to Phillips, but he's still taking his time. Romeo Gray getting a piece of it, gets it to Kuzi. Kuzi taking the ball up the field. He's got a lot of space here. A little bit of a far shot.
Too far shot, but he took it. But like I said, in a situation like those, you really need to just slow down and survey the field and look for your teammates because, like I said, it's not a one-man game. You got to look for each other.
But MCLA will get a corner out of it, so let's see if they can make something happen in these last 8 minutes.
Sean Kenny looks to kick it in. Nice kick by Sean.
Fortunately, no one from MCLA really over there.
What's the car putting the body to the ball?
Luke trying to send it up to Pereira. Oh, that's to Kenny, actually. Kenny does manage to keep it in bounds.
But like I said, I think Kenny's a great player. He brings a lot to this team, and I love what he brings to the team.
Luke trying to get the header here. Goes out of bounds. MCLA's ball.
Sorry about that. A lot of players. Oh.
Midfield, win this one. Alex and Damien. Come on now.
You know, like we said yesterday, we do have some new equipment. We are having a few technical difficulties. Just bear with us.
I'm sorry for an interruption.
Keep it. Keep it.
6 minutes left in the first half. MCLA still trailing by 1. Really trying to make the most of these last few minutes. Get some late opportunities in. Phillips with the send up.
And once again, number 4, what's his name again?
Paul Phillips.
Paul Phillips is always open on the outside, like you said before.
He definitely he utilizes the space, and he really makes Romeo Gray have to sprint for it.
He like Castleton is reading MCLA's defense perfectly, and just breaking them down easily.
And Adacio really trying to get a goal in there. MCLA's defense doing a great job keeping it out of the box.
MCLA needs to focus. It needs to pay more attention to the person that's on the outside.
Castleton making a few substitutions, sending in back in number 10 Adacio and number 19 Hart. Hoping they can bring something to these last 5 minutes. And like we said, it is a beautiful day out here. Definitely, if you can make it, come down. A lot of fans.
Now you see the sophomore Trey coming in, looking to come into the next substitution.
Castleton with the nice switch up of the fields here. Finding Phillips once again open on the outside. Back to Kaler. Kaler taking the ball up.
And MCLA has time
Kuzi
to score.
with the breakaway here.
And goal for MCLA!
And like we said, you know, anything can happen. 4 minutes left, and Kuzi coming in, making an impact. I'm not sure, but I think that is his first goal of the year.
No, second.
Second?
I believe
Did
second
he get
goal.
one in the first game?
Yes, I think he did. I believe it's second goal of the season. And like I said, this is what MCLA need. Not to give up on themselves. Just keep communicating amongst each other, and good things will happen. And this is just a prime example. Great
And,
goal by
now
MCLA. Great goal.
MCLA is going to have the momentum
Until going
here.
into the half. And look, and that's just great. Like, that was just great ball movement. And that was a great pass. Like, that's what you expect from MCLA. Nothing more, nothing less. Like I said, like, I was the soccer team manager last season, and I've got to learn some of these players and like got to actually understand who they were individually, and you understand like they want to win, and they're playing like they want. And now look, you see the energy changing on the field right now.
Definitely see
a lot more communication, a lot more talking right now, and a lot more intensity. Like, it brings that goal brings the team back to life. You see a lot more life in the team. Now it's a game.
Yeah.
Now it's a game, like I
And
told
you can kind of see Castleton here. They're not really taking their time anymore.
Yeah, now they see, like,
Now
hey, now
they're
they score.
pushing it
Now
up the field.
and this is what we need. A great game.
And here we go with the momentum. Romeo passing it to the side to Nolan. Nolan taking it up the field. Nolan with the cross, trying to find Kuzi once again. Romeo great shot, a little bit over, but very nice. Nice effort there by Romeo.
See, now, like, this is what I'm talking about. We're getting a lot of intensity now, a lot of energy, like I said earlier on.
Yeah, I don't think we saw 2 shots back-to-back in that short amount of time this entire half.
And like I said earlier on, like, the energy level at first was a little low, like, starting the game. Like, now, like, getting closer to the half, you see a lot of energy happening. You see a lot of scoring trying to happen. And that's what you expect. We all want to see a great game happen on our hands. But that goal, like I said, like, goals that. You said the first goal is a most important goal, but if a team is able to calm down and sit back and come back and score another goal, score a goal on the opposite team, that's a good thing. That's a great thing to see, because it shows you how strong the team is and how well-minded they are into trying to win this game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting seeing what happens when we come back after the half. You know, will Castleton change up the way that they're playing?
And it's almost similar to like yesterday's game. Like, MCLA was down.
Phillips with the cross here. Great defense by MCLA, just getting it out.
MCLA was down 1-0, but they came back and scored and tied it before the half. And
A
it's
bit
the
of a
exact same thing.
dangerous kick there by Castleton's, I believe, number 14.
Like, I really do get excited watching MCLA men's team play.
Yeah, we could hear how excited you got when the
I know.
goal
I had to scream,
happened.
go, because I was so overly excited for them. Because I believe in the guys. I know they can do it.
Phillips with the pass to Kaler. Kaler with the cross.
We're down under a minute left in the game, in the half.
Tied 1-1. You are watching the CIAO Classic.
With Kaylee.
And Keem.
Sorry about that.
Well, you said my name, so I had to say yours.
Okay, true. But we have a great game on our hands right now.
39 seconds left. Will Castleton make anything happen here? Hepburn trying to get the shot from the outside.
Yes.
Nice save by Robinson.
Nice save by Matt Robinson. Like I said, you cannot. Matt Robinson is one of those players. It's one of those players you just love having on your team.
Less than 20 seconds left in the first half. Ball finds Romeo Gray.
Well done, Ro.
Hart with the ball for Castleton. 5 seconds left. Goes out of bounds. I don't really see anything happening left in this half.
And it's halftime. I think MCLA did a great job closing out the half, and now they have a good momentum going into the next second half of the game.
So thank you for watching, and we will be back with you in about 15 minutes. And we're back for the second half of this game, MCLA versus Castleton. Current score 1-1. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Arkeem.
And it's been an exciting day out here, to say the least, especially with that MCLA goal in the last 4 minutes.
Like I said, like we said, going into half, hopefully MCLA use that goal as a momentum coming into this half.
And like we said previously, MCLA with a current record of 2-1. Castleton coming in 0-2, looking to get their first win of the season. And MCLA looking to get their first win of the tournament.
First half, you've seen a lot of ball movement from Castleton, spreading the floor, open up MCLA, trying to get some good scores in. But MCLA fought back and scored. Let's go back on them. Finally found the score. We're tied up right now. Let's go, boys.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So you see the same starters out there as the start of the half before, the first half.
And that's always something nice to see. You know, the coach with a little bit of consistency. Chris Shea with the ball here. Castleton getting possession. And MCLA really, I think, just using this momentum. Will Luke just trying to plow through.
He's coming out. He's coming out with fire right now. He's not stopping, and that's what you like to see. Prickett with a nice kick right there.
And Prickett gets the ball off.
Already, you see a lot of intensity right now from Will Luke right now, and that's great to see from your captain.
Will Luke with a throw-in finds the feet of Shea, but Castleton trying to get in the way.
I think that was a bad call, but hey, that was just me commenting on that. But sorry about that. Sorry for my input, but
Castleton taking the ball off the field. MCLA with the nice defensive pressure here. Castleton looking to switch sides, but no one really over there.
See, but last half you saw a lot of passes toward that outside because there was always a man there. But in this case, there was
on the right.
In this case, there was no one there for them. And I think MCLA saw that, and now they're adjusting to that, and that's a great thing to see.
Definitely improvement after a half is always nice, especially for the home team.
I would agree.
You know, we're just seeing a lot of pressure from both teams.
Correction.
A lot of intensity.
Correction about the lineup this half. Coach added a couple of more players, new players in there like Tyler Vona and Sakan. And I think in the insertion of Tyler Vona brings in a lot of intensity and ball movement too, because Vona's a crafty ball handler himself.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you there. It'll be interesting to see what they have to bring at the start of this half.
And like I said, with Sean Kenny, Vona is another leader among players on the team too. Like, yes, he brings a lot of intensity, but he also brings a lot of leadership role. Now they're going into his third season with the men's soccer team. He's one of those guys that you can count on to lead the team, help lead, and take a role. But once again, Castleton's trying to spread the floor right now against MCLA, but MCLA is just not letting that happen. Well, Oscar,
a little bit too much pressure there.
A little bit too much. A little too much pressure, but hey, you can never ask for a little bit too much pressure.
Castleton doing a nice job handling the ball. McCormick passing it over to Cross. Cross sending it up the field there, finding Phillips.
And in this half, I feel like MCLA has learned from the first half, watching them, seeing that Castleton likes to keep the ball and serve it at field. But now they're doing a better job at stopping them.
Yeah, Castleton not really getting, at least so far, able to make those long, consistent passes.
They're finding it hard to get on their side of the field, and that's what you want from them, to lock up.
And we're not seeing too many players, completely wide open either.
Yeah, that's what we said. We talked about first half. We wanted MCLA to open up and play better defense. Look at this is what we're seeing better from second half. A goal can change everything.
Castleton's Phillips with the ball. Phillips passes it back.
And the MCLA sees this, like they're seeing that they're spreading the floor and locking up. But
Koneman having a lot of space here, taking his time.
But MCLA, look at Will Luke not letting up on his player. Not letting up, and that's what you look for in players coming from the
Oscar
captain.
Too.
Oh, well done, Oscar. You hear Coach Hildebrand saying, "Well done, Oscar." And I had to mimic him. Well done, Oscar.
You know, Oscar definitely a good offensive presence here for the Trailblazers, coming in his first season.
You see that right there, ref calling a call.
And it doesn't really seem like MCLA is agreeing too much, but
Ryan Brick is showing some emotions right there, but hey, you gotta love it.
Not much you can do. In the end, the referee.
Are the referees, and what they call is what they call.
Let's see if Castleton can make any opportunities off of this. Castleton's number 8, Alex McCormick, to take this here. McCormick is a sophomore.
You see the MCLA trying to create a strong wall against Castleton, making it harder for the shot. And that kick is way off.
Over to the right. Yeah, I think he's going to beat himself up about that one later.
Yeah, you see a little frustration from him right now as he's just walking back down the field. But those things occur all the time when you're in the game of soccer. Not every shot goes in. Not every shot goes the way you want it to.
A nice kick by Robinson. Vona with the nice pressure. Unfortunately, the ball goes out of bounds. Phillips with the throw-in for Castleton.
See, in that case, I wanted to point out, like, sometimes, like, I don't know, as a player, as a soccer player, you sometimes you forget that the referees are on the field, and you get tangled up with the referee, and then you end up losing the play.
Yeah. We have seen a little bit of that. Hopefully, not much more. Nice kick there by the MCLA freshman.
Prickett looking for a header.
Castleton doing a nice job getting the ball on the other side of the field, but Sakan with the header there. Oscar with a great pressure here.
Yeah, he really does adds a lot of pressure to his defense.
And Castleton looking to switch to fields, trying to find Phillips, but we have Pereira not letting anything come easy.
Coach has a... Now you're beginning to see a lot of frustration towards the Castleton bench and the players, because things are not looking like they're not going their way. But
Well, Luke with the ball.
But those are the things that happen when you play away.
Luke back to Sakan. Sakan with a chip finding Oscar. Baker, just a great defender here.
Oh.
Hunter Duval trying to make something happen. Freshman for MCLA. I don't think we've seen too much of him recently.
No, but I would love to. I'm happy to see what he has to bring to the team. Well, Luke with the header right there, stopping the pass.
Oh, that's actually not him. I think he's wearing the wrong.
We'll see. With 36 minutes into the half, MCLA and Castleton are tied 1-1. MCLA is just playing more comfortable right now. It's like the field has shifted now. MCLA is playing as the more comfortable team. Castleton seems a little bit lost right now as they're trying to find a way to score.
Yeah, just trying to really come back from that last goal. I don't think they're really expecting it that late in the first half. Sakan taking his time here, but we've seen a lot of pressure by Castleton. Sakan sending it up. And Dan Palker to collect. Khan with the nice header there. Trying to find the feet of Baker. Ends up in Prickett. Oh, and the goal
And
there.
there's another goal for Castleton.
Jake Tygadis sending it off there to number
That was a
4.
great execution.
Oh, 7.
That was a great execution.
Spencer Danduran got that goal there for Castleton.
That was a great execution. They brought the ball down. Looks like it was going to go out of bounds, but he came back, kicked it to his open teammate.
Did a nice cross. And I don't think Robinson was expecting it. I think even he thought the ball might have been out of bounds there.
Mm-hmm. Now MCLA is in another position where they need to.
Oscar Castro keeping the ball in bounds. Looking to make something happen here. 35 minutes left in the second half. MCLA trailing by 1 once again. Well, Luke applying pressure. Pressure.
Get it back. Get it back. Come on. React. React.
And the ball goes out of bounds. To where the fans are. And now we're going to hopefully see in the next substitution in the insertion of Eddie Boateng.
And we haven't seen him come in yet, so this is a nice
It's a good sign to see.
the game.
It's a good sign to see that he's okay. After that little injury from yesterday, he's in good shape to play today. And hopefully he can score a goal for the team or help the team score a goal.
Kuzi really putting his body out there for his team.
And Kuzi was the person that scored that goal, that one lone goal for MCLA in the first half. And so hopefully he's looking to do that again.
Tyler Vona to take the kick for MCLA.
But like I said, scoring, the goals play a substantial amount of makes an impact on each of the players because it changes the game every time. Like MCLA was bringing intense defense to them, and when that scored, like the defense slowed down a little because it was just shocked to see the goal go in, and it was like wow. But you can never give up on yourself. You just got to keep pressing forward, and hopefully good things will happen in the end. But that's what, like I said, being a team manager last season, like you didn't see that many goals. Like MCLA is putting up a lot of goals this season early on,
yeah.
and we didn't have that last season. Like we struggled a lot last season, but now like you see us scoring early, like we're getting good ball.
Hopefully MCLA can keep this up. When it comes to Mascak play.
Like they learn,
Cricket with a nice send up there.
They use this as a team building, thing to help them improve.
Cricket really just putting his body out there as well.
Putting a nasty hit on her. And that's what you like. That's what you like to see. You like to see me and physical.
Justin Hepburn trying to pass the ball up there, but we have Sakan just sending it right back.
TP trying to get a good position on the player. Tyler Vona getting a header. And now we see
just trying to get another breakaway here. Takes the shot a little bit wide, but great effort there. He had Pereira alongside him as well.
Like he's just one of the players that you just love watching play. Like you just never know what he's gonna do or what's he gonna do when it comes to scoring a goal. Like he's a versatile player, and that's why I like seeing from him. He's a good player, and he's a very good addition to this MCLA roster.
Boateng really just trying to get in there, trying to use some of his fancy footwork.
Sakan really hustling down.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say I think Sakan is a little bit of an underdog here. I think that he is one of the top defensive players for MCLA, and I would really like to see him get in the game more.
And as the season progresses, as the years progress, hopefully we will be seeing a lot of Sakan playing time too, because like you said, he is an underdog. You don't expect much from him, but at the end he comes out, gives 110% every time he gets on the field. And that's you.
Especially after not seeing him play much in the game yesterday. I think he's done a phenomenal job out here today. Baker really getting in there, trying to find Kuzi.
And now you see Eddie passing the ball to
Boateng
Vona.
with a nice pass finds the open Vona. Vona with the send up to Pereira. And Pereira with the shot. Oh, unfortunately, nobody there to just tip that one in, but great effort.
Great effort by MCLA. And like I said, we didn't have these opportunities, all these goals, opportunity to score a goal early on, and it's like, but that's awesome, like to see that this year, like MCLA is looking to score every single time they bring up the ball, and that's all and that's what you can expect now from this season.
Mitch Candelette back in the game here.
Referee talking to one of the Castleton players.
And Castleton looking to make some substitutions as well, bringing in soon Blake Hart. Dan Duran really just trying to keep possession of the ball. Goes out of bounds. It will be MCLA's. Candelette with a throw-in. And Jesse Moore coming back in the game. I know that you're a Moore fan.
Yeah, I really am. Like I love his defense. I love what he brings, and he's a really good tough guy, and he brings a lot to his team, and I expect a lot from him. And he comes out and sacrifices a lot for the team, and I like that.
Coming in for Lucas Prickett.
I believe, I don't want to say this, but like, Lucas Prickett can be also seen as an underdog too. He's a quiet player, like you don't hear much from him, but at the end of the day, he comes on the field and he does what he needs to do. He leads his team and he communicates with them, and he's
Pereira looking to get a breakaway out here.
Oh, here we go.
Looking for the cross.
Can we get a go? Oh, almost.
But Kuzi's there, trying to send that one back in. Tyler Vona with the throw-in.
Quick throw-in.
Finds Pereira once again. What great defense by Castleton. Candelette with the header. Back to MCLA defense. And Moore with the ball.
Good cutoff pass. A lot of dribbling going on right now. Castleton is just looking for another way to score again, but MCLA is making it hard for him right now.
Ball goes out off of Moore.
Castleton ball. Sorry about that.
And Castleton's Phillips to take the throw-in. Candelette to Moore. Ball finds Kuzi's feet. Kuzi sends it up to Vona. Can Vona keep it in? No.
It went behind Vona, but unfortunately he wasn't able to keep it in.
28 minutes left in the second half. Trailblazers trail by 1. Eddie Boateng trying to get a piece of that. Ball gets sent up for him. MCLA's possession. Oh.
They had to stop the clock, stop the time because of the ball. There was a ball in the field. But I think when MCLA is throwing the ball in, I felt that they need to survey the field a little bit more just to see where that open man is to get a better shot.
Finding Kuzi here, but there's a lot of Castleton defensive players.
Yeah, there's a lot of them surrounding, protecting their goalie.
Nice header there by Moore. Unfortunately, goes out of bounds.
Castleton throws it in.
And Phillips to take the throw for Castleton.
Because like I said earlier, like MCLA needs to, when they're throwing the ball in, they need to serve it in the field. That's what Castleton is doing.
Yeah.
Let's serve it in the field before. Oh, good job. Good job.
Tigers just trying to get
I say good job.
that shot in the top corner, but did not fall in his favor.
But yeah, Castleton is really serving in the field when they're throwing the ball in, and I think MCLA needs to take that into consideration when they're throwing the ball.
Send up there by Sakan, trying to find Pereira. Finds the feet of Eddie Boateng.
And Boateng gets blindsided by a Castleton player.
Cross with the ball. Cross taking his time. Cross trying to find Phillips there, but Vona getting right in the way. Ball back to Cross. Cross to McCormick. They're, starting to utilize the space once again. Jesse Moore with the send up. Careful of the fan. Oh. And Jake Tygus trying to get that shot on net there. MCLA defense getting it out of the way.
Like you said, the underdog, the underdog, Sakan, he puts himself out there each and every day. Each and every day.
Yeah, I mean, on the defensive line, I would say Sakan's probably one of my favorite players, at least in this tournament.
See, right now, Dylan Pereira has time. He needs to serve it. Look up and serve it to field. Look, you got Vona cutting over there. Look up for Vona. And now you got Vona. See, Vona had a little opportunity to score.
Oh, a little bit of an overshot, but a great idea.
But great idea, and that's what I'm talking about. Vona, he saw Vona, he took his time, and he saw Vona, and Vona gave Vona an opportunity to score, and that's what we need. We need more opportunities. We need better plays. We need all these plays so we can get these good shots.
Like you said, surveying the field.
Like you have to look up to the field because you have teammates around. There's other options. You have players on your team that can actually help you out.
Kaler finding Young. Young to Hepburn. Ball goes out of bounds. Koneman for the throw-in. Jesse Moore finding Will Luke. Luke to Kuzi.
A little bit of miscommunication right there, but
it
didn't hurt MCLA at all. We took a break right there. See, and that's what that's what Sean Kenny and Vona does. Like they serve it and feel, and I like that. They've been on the team for 3 years straight now.
Trying to find Kuzi up here. Unfortunately, couldn't make it there in time. But yeah, I would definitely agree. I think that Kenny and Vona are great leaders. Looks like Kuzi is down.
Oh, getting a little stretch in. Gotta make sure you stretch.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to MassCAC.tv. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Stay in the know. Updates, stats, pictures.
We are happy to broadcast this game to you guys live.
And just for the record, Kaylee's Corner is no longer looking for a fan. We have got one.
Side note, we have brought a fan. Gotta add a little sense of humor to this. Keep us warm. Keep us cold.
What?
I don't know, but it's a timeout. We're waiting for the ball to be kicked back in.
Beautiful day for soccer.
Beautiful day for another goal for MCLA. What did you say so?
Couldn't have said it better myself. Although we are not biased up here. Castleton doing a nice job surveying the field. Vona back to Candelet.
And now, MCLA is starting to serve it to feel a little bit more better than the first half. They're looking around. Like they see that they have time on their hand, and they're spreading the floor. You got a lot of open men. You got Will Luke over there open by himself. And
Pereira with the ball,
Hey,
taking his time.
And then you say earlier your favorite duo, Romeo and Dylan. 2 players are in the same field at the same time. But that was just a bad communication pass from Dylan right there. But hey, we all make mistakes.
And Pat Mahoney coming back in along with Nolan Burke.
We're seeing a lot of Patrick Mahoney today. Coach is liking what he's getting from him today, so that's a good time for him. Now, what will MCLA do with 21 minutes left of the clock?
Still trailing by 1.
What will they do? Will they surprise us again with another sneaky goal, or?
Yeah, and we saw that one a lot later in the half. So.
Or will Castleton come back and score another goal on MCLA? We don't know. But stay tuned and we'll find out.
Stay tuned with Keely and Keem. Hepburn with the ball here, but Mahoney applying a lot of pressure.
I really do love the passing game of Castleton. Like, too much power on that one, but a little bit less power, it would have had a chance of going in.
Nice idea.
Castleton has had a lot of open, good looks scoring, which just hasn't gone in for them. But they keep going. They're still striving to get good shots.
Nice header there by Castleton. Finds Baker. Baker with the send-up, looking for Romeo Gray, and Romeo gets a piece of it. But great defense by Castleton.
I mean, people tend to forget Romeo has a lot of dribbling skills too, for a big man too, and that's a good attribute to have. Playing soccer on the ground, that's what Romeo was doing. And
Eddie Boateng looking to get a shot in. Ball does go out.
Vaughn almost had a good shot.
Boateng with the cross. Opportunity for MCLA. Very close.
Very close. Very close. I thought that was going to be another goal. I thought that was going to be another goal, but that was a very close one right there. But that was great execution right there. And we were talking about the duo of Romeo and Dylan Pereira. I think the duo of Tyler Vona and Eddie brings a lot
also,
to.
Yeah.
Those two, they bring a good present.
Speaking of Pereira, looking for the cross here.
They bring and I like that about the team. They have these two people that work really well together that you can use together.
Ryan Baker coming up. Switching things up here a little bit.
We're seeing a lot of opportunities for MCLA to score right now, so hopefully that means that another goal can be added on to them.
And also, if you want to come down to the athletic complex, we have a great women's tennis match going on that we're unable to broadcast.
But come support your school team. Go tennis. But MCLA is really playing well this half. Like they're attacking, they're playing very good defense. They're looking for one each other, serving and fielding. That's all. That's really all you can ask for when coming into a game like this.
Ball finds Koneman. Koneman taking his time. Finds Van Dame. Van Dame with the send up.
And another one. Almost.
Yeah, Tygus in the same position there, looking for the far shot. And MCLA sending in Oscar Castro
and for Tyler Vona. And I also feel as though like with the substitution of Tyler Vona and for Tyler Vona, I feel as though like each player that's being substituted for each other, I feel as though they have like the identity of each other. Like they play exactly as each other and stuff. So it's like when one player is coming off the field, it's not that one player only that one player coming off the field. That other player is still staying on the field and to take on what that other person was doing and stuff. So it's like it's a good thing. It's a good thing to see.
Yeah, good substitutions and good transitions.
Mm-hmm. Like like that person's going to still give you the same 110% as that other player that came in that was in there before them. And that's all you can ask for, honestly.
Hepburn with the nice send up. Phillips back to Hepburn. Boateng with the pressure.
Baker's trailing.
Yeah, you know, Baker is somebody that we really do not see getting, you know, subbed in and subbed out. He's usually out there for, you know, a good amount of the time.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, like I said, Castleton is really getting good looks at goals, but they're just not converting. I mean, you're gonna start to wonder when will they score again? Like they kept bringing the ball up and they having good opportunities. Both teams are having great opportunities to score, but you just don't know where this game's gonna take you.
Boateng with the nice pressure here. Ball goes back to Hepburn. And Sakan just not letting up. And Baker kicking the ball out of bounds.
And going back to Ryan Baker, like he's one of those players that can give you a good 30 minutes of his time on the field. And like you said, he doesn't get substituted.
Oscar Castro with a bit of a breakaway here. He's got Pereira on the right side. Makes the pass. Pereira completely wide open. But we have Boateng with the follow-up.
Oh, and Eddie. Oh.
And Boateng with the shot.
Oh, sorry.
And MCLA tying the game up.
This is what I'm talking
again,
about.
Eddie Boateng with the shot. That was a great goal.
And this is I'm sorry for the exaggerated scream, but this is what I'm talking about. MCLA, you never know what to expect. They do not give up. They're in it to win it. They're not giving up on it. So, and this is what I love about this team.
And I have to say, I like the new graphics downstairs. Sound effects every time a goal gets scored for us.
Hear
that little roar.
But like, I loved what I just seen right there.
Very nice.
Like I said, someone's gonna be bound to score a goal. Like
Pereira with the initial shot, but Eddie Boateng there to follow it up.
That was a beautiful kick. Beautiful shot.
And now MCLA once again pumped up. Can they keep this momentum for the last 15 minutes of the half and close out this game? Maybe get another shot in here.
But that was a great goal by Eddie.
Come on, Vince, good matchup. Open up your bodies. Mark the nail the ball.
Once again, Kelly, I'm so sorry for screaming in here.
It's fine.
We have seen a lot of that from Castleton today. A lot of goals going over the net. But like you said, you wonder when will another goal go in for them.
You know, they've had a lot of opportunities, but it's, you know, are they going to get something out of it? Ryan Baker with the pressure along with Boateng.
This has turned out to be a really good game for both teams, MCLA and Castleton.
Romeo Gray applying the pressure. Baker with the header.
That would never ever get old.
Hepburn with the ball. Hepburn looking to find Tigers. Now he's had about 2 or 3 shots right from this exact position. Boateng with the nice footwork. Finds the open Pereira.
Great passing for MCLA right now. They're setting each other up right now, and this is what you love to see right now. Great passing from MCLA.
You know, we've seen a lot of momentum change ever since Oscar came into the game.
And like I said, like about the identities of each players and stuff like that, like they take on each role for the team and they sacrifice it for the team.
Great defense there by Sakan. Oscar sending it up for Pereira. Pereira alone up there. Romeo making his way.
Another goal for MCLA. Another goal for MCLA. They are on a roll right now. They are on a roll.
couldn't have said it any better myself. MCLA, like we said, you know, setting each other up, making the room, making the smart passes, and because of this, we are seeing the goals.
This has turned out to be a great game.
This is what we like to see in the CIAO Classic here, hosted at Shewcraft Field.
And like I said, going back to manager this season, this team has grown dramatically. They have grown dramatically. They've grown up to young men and knowing their roles as a team.
Dylan Pereira, last year's
Reigning
MASCAC Rookie of the Year, getting his goal here. Great shot.
It was like yesterday he had a little off game, but he's coming back, rebounding from yesterday's game, and he's working hard. Now let's see what Castleton can do.
And now MCLA once again, you know, momentum just rising, really hoping to keep this lead. Ball finds Chris Shea. I believe that.
But Chris Shea's not giving up. He's steady applying pressure to Castleton. Chris Shea with the ball right now.
Chris Shea crossing it to Nolan Burke. Nolan wide open.
And like I said, it goes back to what I said. Surveying the field, looking for the open man, looking for that one person to create that open shot. And that's why MCLA has this 3-2 lead over Castleton right now. They're playing together. They're looking at towards the field.
Baker making the pass back to Sakan. Sakan looking up to Romeo.
Oh, Romeo just missed it, though.
And Sakan, once again.
Sakan, the underdog.
Great job by Sakan.
That's going to be his new nickname, the underdog.
I mean, definitely my player of the day, I think.
By far. It's always the underrated player that you can depend on. You legit see MCLA spreading the floor now and passing the ball correctly to each other and looking for the open man. It takes a whole team to win a game.
Castleton starting to slow it down a little bit.
And as I look towards the MCLA bench and look towards Castleton bench, you start to see the energy and the enthusiastic of the goals.
MCLA's bench standing up, Castleton's sitting down.
Like the game changing. They're putting on a good show for their fans right now. But can Castleton bounce back?
Hepburn trying to keep that ball in. Couldn't make it there in time. You know, good effort still by Castleton.
I believe Castleton is going to settle down and realize that the game's not over.
Yeah,
and
we have about 11 minutes left, second half.
I think Castleton has a good chance of scoring again.
MCLA leads by 1. Candelette with a throw-in.
Tyler Vona coming in from Romeo Gray right now.
Candelette to Moore. Moore finding Vona. Nice footwork by Castleton.
But that was a good pass by Chris Shea. You just gotta love them. You gotta love watching them play today. They just bring good defense. They're playing good defense right now.
Nice pressure by Tyler Vona. And the ball goes out of bounds because of that pressure.
That good defense. Good defense from Tyler Vona right there.
Chris Shea doing a good job.
And then, like I said earlier, I was saying, like sometimes holding the ball, serving the field is actually a good thing. But right now, Castleton is doing that, but they're not getting any shots up right now. Under 10 minutes left of the game, MCLA leads 3-2. And now that I think about it, Sakan has played substantially a lot of minutes this second half.
Yeah, I think.
And subbing in for Tyler Russell.
Yeah, we actually haven't seen a lot from Russell this game. Oh, speak of the devil. And Tyler Russell entering.
Coming in for Oscar. It looks like coach is keeping Sakan out there. He sees that Sakan is working hard out there, protecting his goalie.
Oscar doing a great job. See, sending Russell in. Russell has the arm. He has the kicks. He has the
power.
The long
he has
throw-ins.
the power. Like the song said, I got the power. He has the power. Yo, two ball are on the field right now. Which ball do they kick?
Koneman taking his time, finding Kaler.
Crochet tried to cut the ball
Kaler
off.
with the cross to Phillips. Castleton just really trying to make something happen. A little under 8 minutes left.
What's going on?
And like we said earlier, definitely stay tuned later. 4:30 women's game.
We shall be back broadcasting them.
It'll be our first women's game together.
Yeah, true. I'm excited to join. Be around with Kaylee. Broadcasting with her. And like you hear the MCLA bench is just encouraging their team, keep working. And that's what your supporting cast right there. Yes, you have your fans, but hearing from your teammates is a better support because they're the one that you practice with every day. They're the one that you travel with every day, and it's just good to have that family relationship with amongst your teammates. But now this is Castleton is in a position where they can score.
Tyler Voner just doing a great
MCLA
job.
just cuts them off.
Candelet sending it up. No one quite there yet for MCLA.
But look at
Candelet chasing
down the ball.
That's what we like to see.
Hustle.
The hustle.
Tyler Voner looking to cut the ball off.
And Sakan. Great job.
You get goosebumps watching Sakan play.
I mean, and the win too, I think.
But Sakan has played great today. He has played really well today. I mean, and then going back to the start of the game, you were wondering what are they going to do? Like earlier, they don't have Anthony Bazile out there to handle the ball, to look to pass and look to score all the time. But this goes to show you that they have more than one weapon to go to, and that's great. That's something great.
Hopefully we can see Bazile come back, sooner rather than later. Like I said, he scored a goal in each of his first 2 games for the Trailblazers.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, going back to the roster, Coach Hildebrand has a lot of people on his roster. Oh,
and Romeo Gray. Oh,
we thought that was going in. We thought that was going in. I think he was about to hear
another scream from Romeo Gray.
You're going to hear another scream from Keith. But no.
But it's just that pressure. It's that constant momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 5 minutes left in the game. MCLA not letting up.
This is a very much better game than yesterday, I would say.
Yeah, I would say too. Castleton trying to get the ball to the other side.
I'm not really sure what changed the momentum with Castleton, but MCLA has taken the momentum away from Castleton.
We would love to hear that halftime talk that MCLA got because look at the difference.
Look at the pass. Look at it. That was a great pass. Great pass. I feel as though what can make MCLA even more better is when they are passing the ball, when they're getting the ball up the field and stuff, they have to have every single player up there trailing with them so they can have more options, more weapons to score. Because you can't only have Romeo Gray and Tyler Voner or Dylan Pereira just looking for those 3 players to score all the time. You got to open up the floor for everyone else because everyone is capable of scoring a goal.
That's something that we definitely saw yesterday with Tyler Russell, playing defense, kicking that ball up. Candelet getting that little tip in.
Mm-hmm. Great movement by MCLA right now. What will Castleton do? What will they do?
What will they do? 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. And the nice cross by Castleton. Thought that ball almost was going to go in. I thought we might have another tie game.
I thought Castleton was going to have a chance.
Romeo Gray, following that ball, not letting up.
But you got to love the work that these athletic players put in. They run the field for 90 minutes, nonstop.
And Castleton knows they still have 4 minutes to tie up this game. It's not over yet.
And now you got John Kenny coming in the game now in the last 4 minutes left of the game. Let's see what Sean Kenny could bring to the game.
Coming in for Chris Shea. Romeo Gray following this ball, trying to keep it in bounds. So close. Great effort.
Great effort, great effort. But that's the thing, sacrificing their body to keep the ball in play, and that's what you got to see. That's what you love to see.
And, you know, I think he's a little bit goal hungry after that almost almost goal there.
I think all of them are. I think they want to score again.
Jesse Moore just getting in the way here. Great defense.
Passing to Romeo
Finding
Gray.
Romeo. Romeo going for the breakaway.
With Tyler Vaughan trailing him.
Romeo looking for Vona. Ooh, Vona with a bit of a trip.
Oh, I thought that was going to go in. That would have been a great play for Tyler Vaughan. Falling down but getting back up.
Exactly 3 minutes left in the second half. MCLA up by 1.
Another header.
Nice header by Moore. Vona charging after it. But Hepburn doing a great job on defense for Castleton.
And
Candelet just coming in.
Looking at. Oh, almost set up Jesse. No, almost setting up Tyler Russell.
I think.
Almost setting up Tyler Russell for a goal. But you really have to love how MCLA is getting the ball down to their field. They really haven't let the ball get towards the Castleton side of the field, and that's you got to tip your hats to them for that, because they're playing a good game. They're playing like a team. But the game's not over. Castleton has a chance to score. They're on their own side of the field now. They're looking to score. But MCLA,
Mitch Candelet, you know, doing a great job keeping the ball away from Castleton.
And you see them out there field. You're wondering if they will score.
Sean Kenny saying no, they will not.
And this is what I'm talking about. Sean Kenny knowing his role as a player for the team. He knows his role.
That was a big play there for Sean Kenny.
He knows his role as he knows what he needs to do. He's taking upon leadership going into his third season.
Phillips with the kick. And Baker just heading it out. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Tyler Russell with the ball for the Trailblazers. Russell to Romeo, back to Russell.
Can Russell score?
Will Russell cross it to Vona? And he does. But Castleton's defense just trying to keep it out.
And now we're getting under a minute left in the game.
And Sakan sending it out. 54 seconds left.
MCLA leads 3-2.
Candelet with the pressure, ball goes out.
It's MCLA ball.
39 seconds left to play.
Rough play. In a situation like this, you got to control yourself. There's only a couple of seconds left of the game. You got to keep your composure. You got to keep
26
keep the
seconds
momentum
left.
on your side.
This may be Castleton's last opportunity here.
Maybe it might be Castleton's last opportunity. Will they score?
A lot of pressure here for number 4, Paul Phillips. And it gets headed out. Nice job there by MCLA. Not quite sure who that was.
The MCLA needs to just keep adding pressure for the last 15
Ball
seconds of the game.
Russell to Kenny. Kenny with the send up to Moore. Moore's got 8 seconds. Moore to Vona, 5 seconds.
And there you have it.
MCLA with the win, the first win in the CIAO Classic. This will make them 3-1.
Castleton played a good game. I mean, yes, they lost, but they played a hell of a game today, and then you got to tip your hats to them.
All right, Keem, so I'm going to ask you, favorite player of the game?
Favorite player of the game? I mean, honestly, there's no favorite player of the game. I'd say the whole team played as a whole team, as a whole unit, and I say the whole team played good, so the whole team is my favorite team.
I would agree with that. I mean, I think that definitely, like I said, I think Sakan did a great job today. I also think, Tyler Russell just coming off the bench but making such an important impact with,
Yes.
the lesser minutes that we saw him play today, also very impressive.
I think
And for Castleton, I would have to say Paul Phillips doing a great
he
job
played
there
an
on
impressive
defense.
job. I mean, like I said, tip your hat to Castleton. They played a hell of a game. They passed the ball around. They did what they needed to do, but MCLA just came back and kept the momentum going.
So thank you for watching MassCAC.tv, and tune in at 4:30 where we'll be broadcasting the women's game. Thank you.